Hi, my name is Ryan Passer. Thank you for taking the time to watch me demo my app. I am living in Durham, North Carolina, and for the last 6 years prior to this, I had been working in digital marketing, managing paid search accounts. While doing that, I had the opportunity to collaborate with our dev team, working on a project to build out some new proprietary tools. And through that, I was able to get a really great front row look at their work and their processes, and began to envision myself in that kind of a team environment doing that kind of work. So eventually, I decided to take the leap and pursue software engineering full time, which is how I ended up enrolled in Parsity. But enough about me. Let's take a look at the app. So this is GameSetApp. It is a softball roster management app with a mobile-first design focus, though it works equally as well on desktop. The intent here is to really streamline a lot of the hassle that goes into team captains having to put together their lineups each week based on who is or who isn't available, or any kind of specific league requirements as far as how many players have to be available total, or how many players of a certain sex need to be infield or outfield or in the batting order, that sort of thing. So let's dive right into it. And so the app consists of three main components: a roster page, a lineup, and a settings page. This is the roster. It houses all of the player information on the team, their names, their sex, their availability, and we can sort by all three of those attributes as well. It's super easy to add a new player to the team. Just click on the button here, and then maybe Bruce Wayne would like to join the team. Put his sex in, and there he is. It's equally as easy to edit existing players. We can change their first name, their last name, their sex, or delete them. So, for example, this is my fiance, and we're going to be getting married soon, so I'll go ahead and change her last name to Rachel Passer. And there, the change has been made. Lastly, we can toggle the availability of every player. Click on this button here. It'll open up these icons, these thumbprint icons, and we can just click on them to set the status of their availability, which is super useful for this next part, which is the lineup, because only available players will show up here. And this is really the meat of the app. It lets the user very easily just set the positions for each player for each inning. So maybe Alicia, we want to have her on right field, and Chris we want to have in third base. And you can see that the icons for these positions will darken if they're already selected for that inning, but we can still assign players the positions that are taken by other people. So, for example, if we want Daniel to be third base, we can give it to him, and it will just take away from Chris. But yeah, we have a batting order column here that is using React's beautiful D&D library to employ drag and drop, so very easy to manipulate this how we want to. It also works for touchscreen. And then we have a printing icon that will open up a sheet that we can either print off of or save as a PDF. This is basically what our team captain would bring every week on her clipboard with pen and paper, so having this easily available is a huge time saver. Alright, so the last part is the field view here, and this basically renders the exact same data as before, but in a much more aesthetic way. It gives us a bird's eye view of who's playing where, and then who's on the bench. It's just much more visually appealing. Alright, so lastly, we have the settings. First of all, we can just tweak general things like the team name. I will enter my actual team, field teal. If we go back to the roster, we can see that the team name has been updated here. And then we can also make some adjustments for those league requirements that I mentioned earlier. So going off of my own league, we have to have at least 8 players to play. We have to have at least 4 females. Save that. We have to have at least 1 female infield, 1 female outfield, and then we have to have at least 1 female every 3 batters in the batting order. Save that. We can also restore the defaults of all of these with this button, and then we can also delete the team entirely. But if we were to go back to the lineup sheet now, you can see that we have these alerts that we just set. So it's telling us that we don't have a female in the infield for inning 7, we don't have one in the outfield for inning 5, and we don't have that batting order requirement being met with every 3 batters comprising of at least 1 female. So let's see, in the 5th inning, we need an outfielder who's female, so let's have Taylor play that. And boom, the alert's gone. The 7th inning, we need a infielder who's female, so let's have Rachel play catcher, and that's taken care of. And then the batting order, looks like the issue is right here, so let's put Taylor right in the middle of it, and that should solve the problem, and we're good. So yeah, that's it. That's the app. This was made on the front end with React and Redux, and then just Bootstrap and CSS for the UI. And then on the back end, we had Node, Express, and MongoDB. If you have any questions about it, or you just want to contact me, again, my name is Ryan Passer, and you can find me on LinkedIn, or my email is rpasser93@gmail.com. And I'm open to any opportunities for front end or full stack positions in the triangle or remote. I'm really looking for somewhere where I can come in and collaborate on a team and keep growing, keep being challenged, and really just be a contributor and help make some really cool things. So again, thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day.